Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all my friends and followers and fans on YouTube and Facebook. Thanks for your patronage during the year, and I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm hoping to do. And I always make these videos around this time of year because I can look back from year to year and see all the plans I had that haven't been accomplished. But we always are hoping to improve the channel in many areas. So, foremost in my mind is getting this video out for the Alesis SR18. Various questions have come in the last couple of months, and the Alesis SR18 has been a popular drum machine that has been puzzling quite a few of my viewers. And I have promised to get a video to be able to show what can be accomplished when playing the Alesis from an external keyboard controller, particularly in the area of percussion and bass. So that is, I want to fully demystify the problem here, because the Alesis SR18 is a fully MIDI controllable from external MIDI hardware, and it does open up several possibilities as a result of playing bass parts on a keyboard and recording them into the memory. So that's a promising feature that you could do if you're hoping to record and store songs on the Alesis SR18 that are using the system to produce the bass. I don't really favor that. I bought the Alesis SR18 to replace a RX11, which did not have any bass or percussion layers, and therefore I only bought it as a drum machine. So whenever I have done drumming with it, I have resisted the temptation to use the internal bass and preferred to play an actual physical bass guitar or record the bass on a keyboard. So you know, there's numerous possibilities when it comes to laying down bass, depending on how much equipment you have and what budget you have and how much time you have. But we are going to explore that Alesis SR18 more fully to show you what can be accomplished, because the book is a total waste of time. It doesn't have any kind of index. It's extremely confusing and fraught with loads of errors. We're also hoping to program sounds with the Modular, sounds with the FA06, sounds with the GAIA SH-01 synthesizer. A fascinating idea is to couple the GAIA SH-01 synthesizer with the Alesis SR18 and run the entire setup on batteries. This will produce a wonderful one-man electronic music system that would be suitable for all of those buskers out there that want to go busking in strange places that may not have an electricity supply. Roland's idea is to get the music to where the people want to busk, and the GAIA works great on rechargeable batteries, and so does the Alesis SR18. So if you're interested in that idea, we couple the two of them together. We have our beats, maybe our bass from the Alesis SR18, and we're able to put some synth on, play some synth on top, and have a really full sounding experience of electronic music out on the sidewalk. Just a thought. Now guys, in addition to presenting those ideas, we want to make sure that you understand that we are willing to tackle any questions related to the gear, and if there's videos there that have not been made that I promised to make, I can't go back through 100 comments, and the time that I have doesn't really allow for me to make as many videos. Sometimes I say, oh, I'm going to make a video today or tomorrow, and it happens, and other times it just doesn't happen because the schedule is so hectic with the university work and my wife taking up half the day doing other stuff that I'd rather not be doing. You know, some of the most successful YouTube channels on the system are done by recluse people who have nothing to do. They can hide out all day long and make videos. Now we have to tackle other concepts that are rising on the YouTube. I want to draw your attention to the SYNTHPUNK. The SYNTHPUNK is a channel that I have been sort of watching. The guy hates Modular with a passion. He doesn't want to hear anything about Modular. And he has promoted several other interesting keyboards, ranging from a couple of Moogs to a couple of sequential circuits, and maybe a Korg and a Roland there in his setup. The thing about the SYNTHPUNK is that he hates wires. Well, he may hate wires, but the thing about it is, for other people, the wires is what it's all about. And we have to understand that personality types interact with their equipment in various ways. You have to be a bit of a techie guy to handle Modular in the first place. You have to understand a certain amount of electronics and a certain amount of the way things are hooked up. It's not as easy for people to make great music with Modular as it is with a regular synth. And if you're not a bit of a techie type, or you don't have a fascination with Modular, you're just not going to put any time and effort to do it. But most of the people, and you will see this in the video, I Dream of Wires, most of the people become absolutely attached to their wires. They love the idea of plugging things up, and arranging and plugging your modules becomes part of the fun. Therefore, it's not just solely about the sounds you produce, because in many cases you can produce the sounds with a normal and conventional synth, as the SYNTHPUNK shows quite clearly on his channel. He can generate sounds with an inexpensive analog synth that some of these guys with $20 or $30 or $40,000 of Modular, a gigantic setup and thousands of wires, they have all of that just to make a sound that he could easily get with a cheap synth under $1,000. I think that is a lot of fun. I think that's hilarious. The guys who are doing it with the Modular, it's not just about the sound or just about the experience. They are enjoying the physical, tactile sensation of interacting with their gear, their knobs and every sort of thing, twisting knobs and all of that, and also the wires. The wires is part of the fun, although the SYNTHPUNK can't seem to get his head wrapped around that. It's part and parcel of the fun. Okay, so what else are we going to do in the year 2023 to differentiate this channel from other channels and similar channels on similar topics? Well, as you know, the necessity of preaching the word and dealing with current topics of interest on the global agenda is going to become even more important, because we are living in the end times and we have to make commentary on what is going on generally in the world and to teach and preach the gospel. So you have to take a look down at the bottom of this here for understanding the Bible. You will find the channel at the bottom of my page, and you will see that it doesn't have a whole lot of subscribers right now, and it is very sad indeed that more people are not interested in the Word of God. And fortunately, I have attracted to this channel quite a few musicians who are involved in church, and religious and Christian musicians who are keen on using their musical equipment and their talents for the glory of God. So dear friends, if you're that one, we'd love to hear from you in the comments about what you need to improve in using your music for the glory of God. And that's not going to make my channel popular, because people are more interested in fun and amusement than they are in serious music or even serious religion. Educational videos, folks, are now driving the channel far more than music videos. There's a number of educational videos that I've produced in the section marked electronics that are driving the channel consistently with a high amount of daily views, as the students all over the world master the skills of digital electronics and other courses with the help of Stephen Mendy's educational videos. And I've taken a back seat on producing those, and because they don't immediately generate a high amount of traffic, and some of them take off and most of them falter and flumper, and we're interested in what really produces the traffic and what the viewers would like to see on the channel. Since it's a very special channel and the people who love it because of its content, we are anxious to hear from our viewers. Well folks, that is it for my short talk today. And we want to hear from you, number one, but most of all we want to wish you a happy and a prosperous 2023, and may the music continue to ring out from all the various equipments that you are using to produce it. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in all our future videos.